like they're all looking forward to getting out in some ways, but surprisingly, so many of them have said the word scared about getting out. And I've asked why, and they're nervous of falling into the same patterns again and going into the same environment, family, friends, community, and just becoming part of that cycle again. Like 70% of people who came into prison in 2019 like have a substance addiction. 70%. So like hopefully that might have changed by the time they get out, but like if it's teetering on the edge, or if it's even if they are fully recovered, it's like they're going back into the same. Again, it comes back into the people and the environment around you, like, have such an impact. But like I'll give another nod as well here to a friend of mine, Damien Quinn, who works at Spera Nua. He's has spent time in prison himself, but since getting out, he's just done Trojan work regarding like post-release support services and like helping people to find a pathway back into work and employment. Because when you think about it, Dan, something I wasn't aware of is that like of the 4,500 people who are in prison at the moment, like 2,500 of them are serving a sentence less than a year. Okay. So why I say that is when they leave, and by the way, they might have been in prison for not paying their car insurance, okay? Right? They might have got a 6-month sentence. But when they leave, they have that stamp on their, I suppose, on who they are regarding when they're applying for a mortgage, when they're applying for car insurance.
They've got a record.
They have a record, like, and that's going to impact their life after that 6 months so much, and that's why I say Damien Quinn's name, because he's like really helping to, to give them a second chance, and also just give them a clearer roadmap back into, becoming contributing members of society.
It's why I really, really like to have this conversation with someone like yourself, because oftentimes we think about it, again, I mentioned how we tend to other these people. So when they do reintegrate into society have a perception of who they are. So already they're branded as different than us. This guy was in prison. There must be something about him that I don't want to associate with, which is going to reinforce that idea for him that he's different. And there's that environmental part of it. So I often like to explore this idea of, yes, we need to rely on services, but like realistically, are we ever going to get to a level where there are services for all of these people? It's very, very hard. Our systems are under massive pressure already. Yeah. So how much responsibility as a society do we have to help these people reintegrate? As much as it might be difficult, because you might be the person who's been wronged by one of these men. Yeah. So that's obviously extremely difficult.
But like, as you said, Johnny as an example, like somebody took a chance on him when he got out of prison after 15 years, and he has a job, and the purpose and the confidence in his eyes when he was speaking about his job. And his job allows him then to have a child, which he now has, and, and to get a mortgage and whatnot. So, like it's he's a good example of somebody who like actually prison did work, and he came out, I think, a better man. But it's just to kind of give them that pathway when they leave so that it's not going to impact their lives too much.